Yeah, I'll see you soon. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do, Susie? Hi, Susie.
Yeah, she is a member in charge of consumer rights programs in AIWC.
Okay.
Based in Kakinada, and she is very active in the consumer rights forum and all.
Oh, okay. Are there any other lawyers in this group?
Yeah, we have
There could be.
Yes, ma'am.
Danuja is there.
Myself, yeah.
Please
Yeah,
show
myself, Danuja, ma'am. I'm practicing in Vanjur District Court, ma'am, and also Nedumangad, Neyatingara.
Wow, okay, nice.
young girl.
What is your specialty?
Actually, I am handling more in family cases, and also all other cases, whatever cases are coming, I am not. I am just taking and studying, and
Okay.
yeah. I'm
Are
just
you
a newcomer.
practicing on your own, or do you have any associates?
We are practicing independently. We are 4 friends. We are running an associate and not under any seniors. But all our seniors, everyone are very supportive, and so
I must
going on.
take down your number. Where's your office, ma'am?
It's near the Eastern Gate, East Gate, opposite to City Rationing Office, Vanjur.
Okay. You can do one thing, write your phone number in the chat box. Okay?
Yeah. From time to time, people
Sure.
from here, they need to file cases in Trivandrum. They keep approaching me. So knowing lawyers there is very useful. I can direct them there.
Yeah, sure. If anything like that, I can help you, ma'am. Thank you. It's very pleasure, great pleasure. Okay.
Kamini, we can start the program, Kamini. Please start.
Okay. The World Consumer Rights Day, actually it was on March 15th, but unfortunately we couldn't have any program under its aegis. So today's webinar is organized under the aegis of the World Consumer Rights Day. So let me first wish all of you a very good day. And we all know that consumer rights are legal protections designed to ensure fair trade, quality goods, safety, primarily enforced under the Consumer Protection Act of 2019 in India. And the key rights include safety from hazardous goods, information on quality or price, choice of products, right to be heard, and seeking redressal against unfair prices. And we have the core consumer rights of 2019, which gives a right to safety, right to be informed, right to choose, right to be heard, right to seek redressal, right to consumer education, etc. And consumers can file complaints regarding defective goods or deficient services, including e-commerce. And today's topic is most the need of the hour. Like the topic is consumer rights in the digital space. So that is very relevant in our times just now. And consumer rights in the digital space ensure safety, privacy, and fairness in online transactions, protecting users from fraud, data misuse, and misleading practices. Key rights include the right to clear information, data protection, redressal of grievances, and choice. And regulatory bodies such as Central Consumer Protection Authority, etc., they all enforce these protections. And the key consumer rights, as I told earlier, the right to safety and protection, the right to information here, also the consumers have the right to know how their data is collected, used, and shared, the right to fair treatment, protection against unfair contract terms, dark patterns, and manipulation of prices, right to redressal, access to effective, timely complaint mechanisms such as designated grievance officers and online dispute resolution portals, right to choice, that is the access to a variety of goods and services without restrictive trade practices by platforms. And there are a lot of legal protections, and there are also challenges in digital protection. The speaker for today is the most apt person to talk on this topic. She is Advocate Marian Paul. She's a managing partner and legal consultant at ACE Corp Legal Consultancy, a law firm located in the heart of Ernakulam. She's a member of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association. And she's married to Sri Shaji Paul, who is the managing director of Northern Chemicals, Northern Minerals Co. LLC based in Muscat. She has 2 daughters, Vidya Paul, who is an airline pilot with Air India Express, and Shireen Susie Paul, who is a corporate lawyer with a US-based company at Bangalore. She did her schooling and college in Chennai, and since practicing law was a passion, she went on to do her LLB and enrolled at Madras Bar Council. She practiced law at Coimbatore for 10 years, and thereafter she moved to Muscat, where she practiced there as a corporate lawyer at the leading law firm of Al Busaidi, Mansoor Jamal and Co. Legal Consultants. And while at Muscat, she had been a part-time adjunct lecturer at Sultan Qaboos University, the premier university there. On returning to India, she also taught law as a part-time lecturer to MBA students for 6 years. As managing partner and legal consultant, Marian Paul advises a wide spectrum of clients. She is on the panel of New India Assurance and panel of New India Insurance. She serves on the High Court Legal Services panel as counsel. She appears in the High Court and the lower court on behalf of a variety of clients. She advises on tourism-related matters, motor accident claims, property disputes, and other matters. She also does conveyancing such as sale deed, partnership deeds, etc., and also attends to registration of trust and societies, among other things, apart from drafting of complex agreements. She has worn many caps. Currently, she holds position as the president of society known as Tree for Life. I'm interested to know more about that, ma'am. She is the secretary of the Women Entrepreneur Network Foundation. She's a member of the Confederation of Indian Industry and a co-convener of policy and advocacy vertical with the Indian Women Network. I welcome you, madam, today to today's webinar, and I also welcome all members of AIWC who are present here, specifically Mrs. Susie Chaka, who's in charge of Consumer Rights Program, Usha Nayak, who is a member in charge of International Program. Then I think I saw anybody else, Usha? All members of AIWC. So once again, I welcome all of you. And madam, over to you. Okay?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear.
Yeah, because my screen is frozen. Something is wrong with the Zoom thing.
We can
shall I exit and re-enter again because my screen is stuck?
Are you?
Go out of Zoom and come back. That may help.
Okay.
Internet issue, na?
Has it become okay now? Yeah, is it okay now, Marian?
Yes, ma'am, it is okay now.
But still her face is frozen, I think.
No, that may be a network issue.
Yeah.
Marian, yes, you come back and now. No, but she hasn't joined.
Marian, I admit.
Yeah, you admit.
Yeah, I admitted her. I welcome Shika Mitra ji, then Radhika Somasundaran ji, Renuka. I welcome all of you. Sarla Chechi, I welcome you too. Okay.
I'm back. So, we can't do anything about these glitches on these meetings online.
But can you, is it okay now? We can hear you very well. I think you carry on now, please.
Yeah, so I'm absolutely impressed by the amount of knowledge that was already given out by the introduction there. You seem to know everything about consumers and consumer rights. I don't even know why you need a speaker. You could have done it in-house. This is what I feel.
You need a package.
Okay. All right. Okay. So can we start off with a PowerPoint slide?
Yeah, I'm just getting it
Prepared
on
a
the
very small, brief slide. I didn't want to. All of us know some of the matters already out there, and the internet is the World Wide Web is so informative. Even a greenhorn person can learn everything about anything under the sun. So I'm sure all of you are way ahead of me. But nevertheless, let's go through the formalities. So I have prepared a small presentation. It is about how we can go forward in the digital age. Now, in the past, all things were physically inspected, and all things, you went to a brick and stone store and you examined it with your eyes, you felt it with your hands, and you saw how it performed. And if you didn't like it, you walked out. But now things have changed. The Instamart. How many of you order things on Instamart? Are all of you savvy with that?
Yes, most of us do.
Yeah. You order something, within less than half an hour, you've got the product. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. If you want chilies, or if you want curry leaves, or if you want a mixie, or let's say this induction cooker, you look at the brand, you place an order, and it comes home. Now, it is one thing to get something from the local store, but it is another thing to get something from far away. No? Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are some of every time you access an online platform, what do? There will be terms and conditions. Correct? You'll have to agree to all of that. Then only you will be admitted onto the platform. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You've signed away your privacy. You've signed away all kinds of things. You have to abide by whatever the online platform agency dictates to you. So what are some of the things you give up or you agree to on the online platform? First thing, what will you feed? If you want to get onto Swiggy, for instance, you'll have to download the app. Yes or no?
Yes.
What is the first thing you have to feed into the app? You'll have to first of all download the app. In order to download the app, there are certain procedures you have to follow through. One of that will be writing your name. The other thing will be your phone number. The other thing will be your address. These three things are mandatory. Without that, you cannot go on any app, whether you want to access Google or you want to access whatever under the sun. These are three basic informations you will have to give. So you will have to give them access to your phone, the mic, the video. Even they will be able to access your PIN code from your phone. All your banking transactions are online. You will have to feed your bank account number. You will have to feed your all other details pertaining to the bank account so that you can transact an online business. All of you are with me up till now, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So all these online agents, whether they're giving you a physical good or whether they're giving you an online service, whatever it is, you have to agree to their terms and conditions. Then only you will have access to the services or the goods. Now, if it is Instamart, yeah, you will get the goods within half an hour. It will be somewhere nearby. You can go there and you can make a racket there if you're not happy with the services. Okay, that's fine. Now, what happens when the delivery is after 5 days and you haven't kept track of your order? What happens when the goods arrive and it doesn't match with what is advertised or what is put out there on the site. You will find that the quantity may be different, the material may be different. If it is a dress, the cut may be different, it may not fit you, all kinds of things. Same like when you go to a physical store also, you will have the same problems. But here there will be a lag. Sometimes you order some things, if it is not in Instamart, it will come a few days hence. So you have to keep track of the order. You have to keep track of the bank transaction. And if you are not happy with it, you are entitled to have it. If it doesn't conform to the specifications, you have a right to have it replaced and things like that, which all of you know. We've all reached a certain age when we've done several purchases and we are well aware of the rights. Where does the difficulty come in? Can we go to the next screen, ma'am?
This one?
Yeah, the online thing, that's a nice picture. Okay, next. I'll just take you through some of the material next. Okay, first of all, you should know who is the consumer. All of you know that already. The lawyers here, they'll be able to tell us who is a consumer. Generally, a consumer is anyone who buys a product or who accesses a service. What is a service? It could be hiring a cab, Uber, for instance. It could be a banking transaction. It could be anything. That's a service. Okay. And now, apart from the, so who do you, you are already clear who a consumer is. Anybody who accesses or who pays for a product or for a service personally, for their personal use. Only that person is a consumer. If you are buying a product in order to do commerce or in order to do business, then you may not fall within the definition of a consumer. So what are the rights of the consumer? There's something wrong with the screen. Can we go to the next screen?
Yeah, just a minute. I think there's something wrong.
Okay, the next, so you consumers have certain basic rights. Can you tell me what the basic rights are? Shobarani, ma'am, do you know what your rights are as a consumer? What do you think you are entitled to? Or Susie, ma'am, or Dhanuja, ma'am? Somebody, do you
Yeah,
know?
sure, ma'am. We have the right to choose a thing. Then about our safety. Then the things that is the sellers must provide accurate details of the product. That is the right to be informed about the things, returns, then exchange, warranty, like that. Then there should be a platform for the to address or acknowledge the complaints and resolve them. Like that, we have many rights.
Yeah, can we go to the next screen, ma'am?
Yeah. Can I just tell? I mean, it is right to
Yes,
safety.
yes. Susie, please go ahead.
Yeah. Right to safety, right to information, right to choose, right to seek redress, right to be heard, right to seek redress, and right to consumer education.
Perfect, perfect. So you outlined, both of you have outlined all the basic rights.
Yeah.
Now let us look at the screen and let us see the year in which the act was passed. We've lived long on this earth. You know what happened in 2019, right? When did the floods happen? When did the COVID happen? Up until the COVID happened, you know that the online platforms were very limited, isn't it? We would physically go, that is what we trusted. Suddenly, COVID meant that we couldn't travel, and suddenly a lot of things became facilitated online. So you didn't have to go to a brick and stone place. You could, of course, sit at your phone or at your computer and do all of this. What are some of the dangers? We've already addressed it. There can be fraud. You can be defrauded. Okay. And then your data, your phone number, your name, your bank account number, your address, all of this is data. What does what do all these big companies in this age of artificial intelligence do? They advertise, they harvest this data. What do they do after harvesting this data? You know what Facebook does. You know what Google does. What do? They sell it to manufacturers and other online people, and they will target ads. They will see which site you went to. They will see what is the thing that you looked at on Google or Facebook or wherever, and they will send you on your phone targeted ads of the kind of things that you searched for. If you were looking at dresses, for sure you will get so many people advertising dresses. The advertisements will come whenever you're looking at YouTube or anything. Such advertisements will keep coming up. How do they know this? Because you've gone to some online platform, they've harvested your data. And you know what influencers do? What do influencers do? They're able to manipulate consumers into agreeing to or buying or complying with whatever the agent intended. They will encourage you to buy the product. They will encourage you to turn up at an event. They will encourage you, manipulate your perception in so many ways. Are you all with me here? Do you already know all this, correct?
Yes, yes.
All these, every time, all the ads are very targeted. So these are the problems. Now, some of the things that happen online is the fact that you may be sitting in Trivandrum, but your seller will be sitting, let's say, in Delhi or Mumbai or Chennai or maybe even in New York. That way also, goods and services are transacted, are bought and sold. So then, see, suppose some fraud happens in Trivandrum. You know what to do. You will go to the consumer court in Trivandrum and you will file a complaint. What will happen if a fraud happens through a seller sitting in, let's say, Assam or Delhi or in Ukraine or in Nigeria? How will you be able to protect yourself? This is the question we have to think about. As you can see, the Act is passed in the year 2019. We are now in 2026. Always there will be a lag between the reality on the ground and the law. The law takes 50 years to catch up in the olden days. Nowadays it's catching up faster. But still there is a lag between an injustice and a protection that can be had for the citizen. In this case, when the world has become a global village and you can transact sitting anywhere, buying things from in any other part of the world, this is a real danger. Sometimes you can get cheated. You can get cheated. So what will happen is that you should know where to go and how to protect yourself. Now, that is what we are addressing here. Can we go to the next slide, please? So, what Dhanuja ma'am said, this is some of the, just for ready reference, I just put it out there. What is the meaning of right to safety? Right to safety means that an hazardous good, when it is sold to you, many things say it may be inflammable or it may be, let's say, acid or whatever. So you have a right to be safe when purchasing a product. If because of the product or the services you had, you have been seriously affected, you have a right to be safe from any hazardous material that is being sold to you. There should be a place where you can go and make that seller pay for the damages caused to you. What is the meaning of right to be informed? right to be informed means if there is any product, you have a right to be informed of the specification of the product or the services. What is the meaning of specification of a product? That means the weight, the size, the gauge, and things like that, the price. You have a right to be informed of all these things. Based on that only, you will take an informed decision whether you want the product, whether it is worth the money that you're paying. The money that you pay and the product that you receive, they should be well matched. Maybe you will find out that this product can be purchased more cheaply somewhere else and things like that. So you have the right to make an informed choice. Right to choose is again an offshoot of the same thing, the right to be heard. So all of this means in case some fraud or something like that, you're not satisfied with the product, you have a right to ask the seller to remedy that difficulty that you encountered. Let's say they gave you, if you ordered eggs or if you ordered, let's say, a drumstick and it was not fresh, then you have a right to return it and get your money back. Nobody wants to buy a wilted or a very old drumstick or fish that is decaying. You don't want to buy such things. So therefore, you have a right. You should have a right to return it, and you are entitled to buy fresh things. Or they should tell you, okay, it is decayed. Are you interested in taking it? Generally, you are entitled to fresh produce. So that is something, right to redressal. The point here is that where will you go and complain? And if you complain, what will be the outcome? That is what a consumer should be aware of. So nothing will be, you will not be educated by others. You will have to educate yourself. As a consumer, it is your job to educate yourself so that you are safe in this online world. So these are some of the basic rights. Can we go on to the next slide? You are already aware of all of this. So moving on, while the next slide is coming up. In some of the dangers that we face that needs to be addressed, as you can see, the Consumer Protection Act is dated 2019. We are now in 2026. The world has changed. Access to goods and services has changed. Frauds have increased. Now, you know that new thing, no? They will tell you it is a digital arrest. And every time you open the paper, what do you see in the paper? 1 crore, 2 crore, 10 crore, 38 lakhs, 10 lakhs. People have been cheated because they are told there's a digital arrest. This is how people are being defrauded. So they've somehow got your phone number. They somehow got your attention. And then they threaten you, manipulate your perception, and they cheat you of your money because you would have shared your banking details somewhere. This is where the danger lies. Now, if young children, we are all elderly people as far as I could make out. So I'm sure we are careful what we put out there about ourselves online or in the digital space. We will be very guarded. But small children who have access to the internet, they are not that much aware of the dangers out there. So if anybody gives a little friendship, if anybody speaks nicely to them, they're trapped. They think parents are mean, nasty. They think teachers are horrible people. They think, I don't know, it's very hard for them in these days. So what do? If anybody poses as a very nice, friendly person, they get trapped, they will run away from home, or they're manipulated into doing so many things. And what happens to these young children? They become abused. They post so many things about themselves on Insta or WhatsApp or Facebook or wherever. And all these fraudsters take advantage of the vulnerability of the young people and the uninformed people. So when you post too much about yourself, what happens? You will get trapped into situations that is not a very good place to be. Therefore, this right to privacy and data protection is very, very important. We should be responsible in what we put of ourselves out there. This is what the sellers make use of to target their ads and to provoke you into buying their things. All right, can we go on to the next slide, please? Okay, now this is the thing. When people are sitting in different states or different countries, you would have known many people, things come from, they will tell you it will come in 3 days, it will not come in 3 days. Or maybe it will come in 3 days, but it will not be the quantity or the quality that you ordered. In that case, things will be hard. You can only file a case in your own state. It is very hard to file a case in another state. You will have to hire a lawyer, and then even sitting here, say I am sitting in Ernakulam, you are sitting in Trivandrum. Suppose I ordered something from Trivandrum. What are my rights? I'll have to find a lawyer. I'll have to go to Dhanuja ma'am here and ask her to file a case on my behalf in Trivandrum. Is it not? Or else I'll have to bring that person, the seller, here to Ernakulam. Now that's a little hard, So you have to be choosy. You have to pick and choose. You'll have to think until, you'll have to think it through and really make sure what will be the outcome if you're cheated. What will be the outcome if it is not the thing that you wanted? What will you do? You have to think it through. So I would just suggest that try to go somewhere local. But yeah, sometimes the things that you want may not be available locally. So you'll have to trust a seller sitting far away. But then there are limitations in the law. This is what I'm trying to tell you here. The law has got its own limitations. You know the meaning of the word jurisdiction. What is the meaning of the jurisdiction?
Area.
Yeah. So a judge sitting in Ernakulam or Kerala can only try cases that fall within Ernakulam or Kerala. It's very hard for the judge to sit in judgment or to hear a complaint involving another state, because there are judges and lawyers and courts in that state, maybe in UP, maybe in Maharashtra. You'll have to go there. So then you'll have to think. You'll have to travel there, or you'll have to engage a lawyer either in Mumbai or in Delhi or in Bangalore. Is it worth spending that much of money, or would you give up your claim, whatever it is? This is something you'll have to, from time to time, make a choice, because lawyers are not cheap either. When you want to file a case, not only the cost of the case, you'll have to pay the lawyer also to represent you. The goods itself may not be worth that much. So unless it's, okay, if it's a fridge or a, let's say, a very expensive thing, fine. But otherwise, if it's a small dress or something like that, you'll have to think, do you want to go for a case or not? That is a choice each one has to make. Can we go on to the next slide, please? So the challenges before the law is how to protect a consumer so that there is no misuse of the personal information provided to the seller and the online platform. So therefore, this is something that the law is working on. We have not reached there still. It's up to the consumer themselves to protect their personal data and privacy, mostly. If you give your personal data and all your information out there, then that is a liability and a risk that you must personally take. Because it is a reality. There will be misuse of personal information, and the data protection regulations. See, by the time the law catches up, those who are engaging in fraud, they've gone ahead. They have found other ways to go around the particular roadblock that the law has put before them. So therefore, the law is always working. The law is always trying to catch up. The first area is, of course, protecting your personal data and privacy. So nowadays you will find that even when companies send an email, or when other people send on the online thing itself, there will be a terms and conditions. They'll say it is only for this use, it's only for that use, it cannot be misused. Karke, there'll be a few conditions there. So if it is there, then you can take the person to court. If it is not there, and if you've volunteered all your personal data and information, there will be a risk. Can we look at the second challenge? One of the next challenges out there is online scams and frauds. Definitely. You know that counterfeits, products, misleading advertisements have always been there. How do misleading advertisements work? In a store, there may be 10 items which are at 50% discount. All the others will be only 5% discount, or maybe there is no discount. So there will be a lot of promotion saying 50% discount, sale, this, that, and the other thing. You go there and see the things that are there on sale will be very poor quality, and you don't feel like buying. The things that you're interested in, there is no discount on it. But then since you went there and you spend so much of time, you will come back, you will buy something and come. That is how they trick you into buying things. No? So misleading advertisements, that's a real thing. The thing is, the sellers, they are very strong. They are far more organized than we are. Okay, so you know what is a phishing scam? You will be lured onto maybe it look like it's a banking platform, but it will be a fraud platform. It will not be the real bank thing. You'll have to see the HTTP security, whether it is secure or not. So don't volunteer your bank details or anything by clicking on a link. Even if you click on some link that there is there also, they can come into your computer. They can access all the data on your computer or laptop or your phone, and you're at risk. So be very careful when you're clicking on things, clicking on links, and be very careful what is the information you put out there. Unless you're 100% confident that the site is secure and it is a genuine site, you should be very, very careful. Consumer education is the only remedy out there. Can we go to the next screen, please? Let's see what third risk is. The third risk is that all that small, maybe 10, 20, 15 conditions will be there. You're in a hurry, you want to do it quickly, you're not going to read all the 15 conditions. And all of those conditions will only favor the seller. Nothing will favor the consumer. You don't read it properly, you just agree to everything, and fine. They take no responsibility for anything that the seller does. It is all your liability and it's your risk. So most of these sellers, they do impose unfair contractual terms, and we will suffer half the time, more than half the time. Everything is not fair and transparent out there. Nothing is transparent mostly. This is my conclusion. Not very, very transparent. Because we are not in a position to read all the small things, all the small terms and conditions. So, even if you go to a hospital, what do? They'll make you sign so many things. So at the end of the day, suppose you suffer from the hospital is not responsible. The hospital is not liable for anything under the sun. Because you signed all those things. 100 places you signed. You take a loan, you go to a bank and take a loan. On how many papers they will take your signature? They will take your signature on n number of forms. All of those forms means that you have no rights. You have signed away all your rights. Suppose you default even once, or if you've forgotten to make an installment payment, They have very stringent terms because you defaulted. It is so bad. Okay, now can we go to the next fourth slide, please? So, what is the way forward? The lawmakers are working on it, but let us educate ourselves on the dangers out there in the digital world. In the real physical world, the consumer is protected. But the difficulty with that is that in the Ernakulam District Consumer Court, you should have purchased the things in Ernakulam. You can, of course, purchase it from other places also. But then you have to, suppose you want to file a case against somebody there in Delhi or let's say in France, in Paris, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. So be aware, ensure that what you're doing is an informed choice and what is the last outcome, think of that also and then go into the transaction. This is basically the outline of it. The other things, what I want to tell you is that if you suppose you're not happy with the decision or the judgment, you filed a case in Trivandrum and you're not happy with the judgment delivered by the Trivandrum Consumer Court there. Do you know what is the limit? You have financial limits. So if it is within a certain limit, you can file it in Trivandrum. If it is above that financial limit, you have to file it with the state in Kerala. And if it is above that, then you have to file it at different places. So you have the district commission. The consumer court has got a set of 3 people. There will be 3 people sitting there. All 3 of them will listen to your complaint. If the amount is up till previously, there used to be a limit of 20 lakhs. If any transaction exceeds 20 lakhs, then you can't go to a district consumer court. You have to go to the state commission. Now they have enhanced that limit to 1 crore. If it is if it's a state commission, state consumer court, then the limit is 10 crore. And if it exceeds 10 crore, you have to do it in the national level consumer court, that is more than 10 crore. So there is a pecuniary limit or a financial limit. You cannot go and file any limit in any court. Below 1 crore, it will go to the state consumer court, the district consumer court. Up till 10 crore will be in the state consumer court, and above 10 crore will go to the national consumer court. Then you know how appeals work, no? Appeal from the district court will go to the state court. Appeals from the state court will go to the national level consumer court. Previously, you had to give everything physically. Nowadays, what you have to do is, you can do things online. You can prepare the case online, file the case also online. But then you also have to go and deposit the printed copy also into the court. And then you don't have to go to the court. You can appear online. You can fight your own case. You don't need the services of a lawyer. You yourself can go, prepare your case, appear before the consumer court, and argue and defend and fight for yourself. That also is possible. They will listen to you. Just read up on the laws and then just do it. What is the punishments prescribed? I will end with that. So if you give misleading information or wrong advertisement of a product, the punishment is 10 lakhs or imprisonment or both together. It depends on the gravity of the offense. Now, if it is unfair trade practices and other things, there are other penalties. But I think all of you must be already bored to death by whatever I said. We can go to the last slide. Thank you for listening to me patiently. If you have any queries or if you want to add to whatever I said, please go forward. Thank you.
I would like to just add something to what ma'am has explained.
Okay.
Madam, actually, I am a member of Kakinada Consumer Commission, Andhra Pradesh. So
Okay.
I'd like to correct the pecuniary jurisdiction, because originally what in the act, whatever you said was there.
Yeah.
Later on, it was amended actually, because you can just imagine up to 10 crores district handling, it would be huge. And the state commission and the national commission were without much work. So it is amended, and it is actually up to 50 lakhs. The district commission has the pecuniary jurisdiction, and from 50 lakhs to 2 crores, the state commission has, and above 2 crores, it is the national commission.
Correct. Yes.
So this is actually later amended. Originally in the act, it was, as you said, 1 crore, 10 crores, and whatever it is. So that is what I just wanted to say. But this is a very uh, apt and very need of the hour, whatever the topic you have taken. I would like to just, it is not anything. I mean, I can share my experiences of online digital frauds I have experienced. You were also talking about the online complaints. We have an app, and we have all online helpline also. One of my friends actually, she launched a complaint on online. um, Now we have e-jagrati portal. Previously it was I mean, something else was there, portal. And she launched a complaint. What happened was, one day she called me up and she said, see, listen, I actually launched an online complaint. Those people, they're calling up, and the case has gone to CBCID, and they are in touch with me, and now they are asking my KYC. So I said, please, first of all, this is a consumer case, and it can never go to CBCID or any other platform. So, and if it is the consumer, if it is consumer online app or whatever it is, they will not ask for your KYC. So online launching of the complaints also are, they are deemed to be, sometimes they are scammed. This is what I want to say. And secondly, my own personal experience like this, I was in my office, and it was a official meeting which was going on, online meeting, and suddenly I've received a phone call, and that person says that, ma'am, I'm a courier from DTDC, and I'm around your house. I'm not able to find your house. You please, I'm sending a number. You please, I mean, click on that number, or you give a ring to that number. So because I was very busy with the webinar which was going on, at first I ignored, but it was going on. The call was coming on, and then later I went to that number, and I saw something like hashtag and star and other things. It was not like normal phone number. Then I told the person the same thing. So it doesn't look like the normal number. But he said, no, no, ma'am, it is because it is our internal number. You please give a ring to that number. So I just copied it and I gave a ring to it, and I just forgot it. And after few minutes, the webinar was wound up, and we were winding up the office. At 5 o'clock, our office closes. And then I realized my WhatsApp was not functioning, and my driver came to pick me up. So he was calling me up. I was not able to answer. Then I called our a person who is in charge of the computers. I called him, and I showed him. Then he told me, ma'am, all your data is getting transferred to some other number. So a person like me, who is in and out every day dealing with the digital frauds and all, if I am able to fall for it, then I thought, oh my God, what is going to happen to the? And of course, immediately we ran to the SP office, and everything came back into control within hours, and no one lost anything. But meanwhile, the messages were being sent that I need some amount, 39,000 or something. He was going on. The messages were sent all over my contacts. So this is what my personal experiences I thought I should actually share it with you. This is it.
Thank you. Since you mentioned that, see, this is very valid. There is a helpline in case you have any consumer complaint. I should have put it on my PowerPoint, but I'll say it out now. If you like to note it, you can note it. It's 1800 11 4000. That's a helpline to the consumer court. I'll just repeat it. 1800 11 4000. That is the helpline number. If you call that number, you can make a formal complaint and it will be taken note of and there will be action on it. There are so many other facilities that the law is trying to do. But then, see, it is so alarming. My God, that experience. Somebody says there is a courier or a delivery and you dial the number and you're trapped. Now, this is a very real danger. Sometimes the money is gone, and if it leaves the state, it goes via several false accounts into some other country and you're done. There is nothing you can do about it. It'll be very hard to track the trail of money and to recover it. So this is the reality of the world. Things, you'll get quickly something at your door, but you'll also quickly lose some valuables also. It is a double-edged sword. That's how it is. Anybody else?
Anybody would like to ask questions or interact?
Ma'am, another national consumer helpline number is also there. One of my friend used that number 1915, ma'am. It's a great support. She said in all language. I mean, multilingual support is there in that number also, and she got great assistance for pre-litigation resolutions and all.
Useful information. Yes. Anybody else? If you'd like to come forward with your experiences, or if you'd like to share some connected matters, please go ahead.
Shikha, would you like to say something? Shikha Mitra is from Calcutta.
Yeah. Thank you, Usha. Actually, I have personal experience of my laptop. I purchased one laptop, Innova. So after that, after one day, second day, I found that it is not working. So I complained to the buyer first. It is very near to my house. So he told me, Madam, I am giving you some number, company number, you directly talk to them. They will take care. And Usha, I'm very sorry to say it, I had to knock them at least 2.5 months. But I'm very lucky. After 2.5 months, when I told them that if you don't take any step, I will have to go to the State Consumer Forum, because that State Consumer Action Forum, Consumer Department, the minister was very known to me. So I told him that I'm trying last 2.5 months, but I'm not getting any response. And they told me first that they replace it, but till now, at 2.5 months, I'm not getting any response. And now they are not picking up my phone also. So I don't know what he did. The next day, someone called me from the company and told me, Madam, don't mind, we were something, you just keep it. Do you have the box with you? Luckily, I had that package. I will, yes, I have everything with me. Okay, we will send someone, give your phone number. You are talking with me. This is my phone number. Why you are asking again my phone number? So next day, he sent someone, they took away and they refund the money to my bank directly.
Oh.
And this is my experience.
Right.
Thank
you, Shikha. That was, you have to be so careful. Because when you buy online, you get a slight saving. If you go to a physical store.
No, I went to the physical store.
Okay. All right. No, I'm saying generally, sometimes when you buy online, you will get goods slightly cheaper than if you go to your local store. So because of that slight difference in price, we will go to that online platform, because you're also saving time. Not only you're getting that cheaper option, plus you save the time that in going to the store
Hi,
and
Namli.
purchasing.
I'm not.
Yeah. So then this happens. My children, they will not go out to a single shop. They'll say, why do you want to waste your time? They will do it on Swiggy or Insta or whatever. I said, wait, half an hour it'll come. Why do you want to go? But yeah, as the older generation, half the time I like to go there, look at the coconut. I like to look at the cauliflower. I like to see it is fresh. Then only I'll buy. These children, when it comes, sometimes they're not happy the quantity. Unless you order in a certain quantity, they will not deliver it free. So then you have to order additional things. Then all these headaches are there. I can go there, I can pick up 100 grams chili and 250 grams something, and I can just come on the way home. But my children don't think like that. They will use the time to do other things. And then for Insta, you have to make up that minimum purchase order. Then only it is worth ordering something. So therefore, they will buy things which they don't even need, and they'll buy a quantity which they don't even need. So there is that. Yeah. Isn't that true for you? Is that experience? Is it a similar experience for you? Your children?
Yes, yes. Yes, of course.
Even
As
shoes, they buy it online, My daughter buys even shoes online. I don't know how they are able to buy. We have to go there, fit it on our legs, and then only you're happy about it, isn't it? That's not the case for them.
Yeah.
But
Branded
then,
items, it will work. If it is not a branded item, standard size, branded. But otherwise, sometimes you're going to be unhappy. That's a risk you take.
Online purchases for day-to-day things, that is very convenient. Like vegetables or grocery, those things. I think if you plan a little properly and order, then it is okay. Not that you order one or two things at a time, then it becomes. So they still deliver, but still you have to do a little planning. But as you say, you end up spending more sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to come to that limit of free delivery or to unlock some saver package or something, you are tempted to do that. But of course, nothing can beat the convenience of sitting at home and getting all these things in 15 minutes or half an hour.
Which is also true. Sometimes we need to do it.
Yeah.
But then you have to pick and choose the site.
Yeah.
And you have to see if they're reliable. And if something goes wrong, there is a remedy for it. Ensure these three things before you venture. That's the only thing I would caution. Otherwise, we are fine. Because, you can't go back in time. You can only go forward.
Yes.
We've now evolved and we've got to this stage because it was necessary. The COVID came, this came, the other came. The world is shrinking. So there is no way you can go back to the manual online platform era. But then the dangers are very real. So we have to safeguard ourselves. For that, awareness is the key. Become aware of the dangers out there and take your precautions and safeguard yourself. That is the only thing left for us to do, because the law will take some time to catch up.
There is a lot of gap between there is a lot of time. The legal battle takes a long time, isn't it, to get settled?
Yeah. If you go to file a case, if today there is in consumer court, I have some cases. If today it is posted, the next posting is 3 months from today. So if you've done 3 postings, 1 year is gone. Okay, and the next posting, maybe the judge is on leave, maybe the other party is not ready. So it goes to the next posting. So, it will take 2-3 years, maybe over a 2,000 rupees order or a 10,000 rupees order. You'll think, what the heck?
But ma'am, actually, what Act, 2019 Act, actually, it asks the matter to be disposed within 3 months.
I know.
But I don't know why. We at Kakinada, we are doing it very well. We dispose of the cases very well. Actually, in fact, I'm very proud to tell you that, in consumer justice, Andhra Pradesh stands the first. It is in the number one place. And Kakinada, it's a small place in Andhra Pradesh. We are also third place overall of all the districts in India. India-wide, we are in third place in disposing of the cases.
Very nice. I'm very happy to hear that. Actually, the law says within 6 months it should be disposed.
3 months, ma'am. Within 3 months,
Yeah,
if it is.
3 months means by the time you file it and then the defect is rectified and then it comes
No,
out.
it is everything should be disposed of in 3 months. Only in case if you have anything which has to be sent to the lab or any testing has to happen, then it can be extended to 5 months. This is the law. This is
That is
what
the
the
law.
law says.
But when I file a case in Ernakulam, recently I filed a case. In that case, what happened was that my case number, assume it was 125 of 2000. 125 2025 was my case number, consumer case number. So another lawyer of 2024, 125 2024, that lawyer, he decided to close the case, withdraw the case. So he filed a petition saying that he's withdrawing the case. Now, but by mistake, instead of writing 2024, he wrote there 2025. Then the court itself closed the case and I got a notice. I looked at the notice, I was so confused, because I didn't close the case. I asked the client also said we didn't close the case. Then I was just so puzzled. Why is this case closed? Then I went to the consumer court. I made them, it had gone to the record room. I made them take it out from the record room, had a look. Then I saw that the parties' names were different, the lawyers' names were different, everything was different. Just because that lawyer by mistake wrote 125 of 25 of 2025, my case got closed. Then we had to, a petition had to be filed to restore my case back to court and to close the other case. So it is now like what? 7 months now.
Yeah.
So these things happen. Though theoretically,
Laws are there. Implementation is actually always.
yeah, it happens. This is what.
I
So
think the need of the hour is the consumer education, as you said.
education, awareness.
Awareness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Susie, as member in charge of consumer rights program, she has already chalked out a schedule for conducting awareness sessions in all our branches. And I'm sure she'll include online transactions also in that, because now we need more and more of that. Most people are aware of the normal shopping and the consumer rights involved there, but online is a different thing. So we are still struggling to understand how it works.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So
I'm
sure
going to do it.
yeah, definitely you must do it, and we must make the effort and take it also to colleges and schools, and so that even young people become aware of all these dangers and hurdles in online transactions.
Yes,
And
ma'am. Actually, when I was in morning also, I was just, in my webinar, I was explaining, we should start consumer clubs in the schools and colleges, ma'am.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true. So this is a very interesting field because on a daily basis, we buy, we sell, we do so many things. We provide services. So knowledge is the key. Nobody will cheat you if you have knowledge. Basically, it is all common sense. But the thing about common sense is that it is very uncommon. That is the whole deal with it. Yeah. Yeah.
so if there are no more questions,
Ma'am.
we go to RGB. Please go on.
Sorry. Good evening, ma'am. Maria, ma'am.
Good evening.
I was traveling and I missed a little bit, but I would just want to give a big salute and thank you, ma'am. You took the class very beautifully and very clearly. And I know I have also faced some difficulty, some kind of difficulty from the consumer code. And I know from this experience, many have had some sad experiences. But from your class, ma'am, we know that we are very happy to know that there is possibility for our grievances to be heard.
Yeah.
Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. I also just want to mention our KLA, Law College friends have also joined. Advocate Shinoj Rajendran is here. Advocate Seena PS is here. And Thanuja is also my colleague.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Srinivas Rajendran is also there, Chechi. Then Seena PS is there.
Okay.
All
Many
our
of our
colleagues
friends
from
are
Law
there.
College.
Yeah.
They are also practicing lawyers, ma'am.
Very nice.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for it. Thank
Now,
you.
I was so surprised that all of you are so knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than I am, to tell you the truth.
Oh, no.
GB is the secretary of Trivandrum branch of AIWC, and as she said, she herself is a lawyer. She and Tanuja, they practice together.
Okay.
She was a teacher educator. After retirement, she has taken a degree in law and started practicing.
Nice, nice.
So thank
Marian
you
ma'am, we
for
have
joining.
just filed a consumer, it's an appeal from the Pathanamthitta court. We have GB Chechi and me filed a consumer case here in Trivandrum.
Okay.
So we are studying about it. If any doubts, we'll be calling
Do
you.
come.
Please, yeah, thank you.
Okay. So can we go on to the vote of thanks? Dhanuja?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Shall I?
Yes, please.
Good evening. It is a very profound honor to propose a vote of thanks for today's webinar, which has been an exceptional learning experience for all of us. First and foremost, I extend a heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished guest, Advocate Marian Paul of ACE Corp Legal Consultancy. Ma'am, we are truly fortunate to have had someone of your caliber with such a rich tapestry of experience spanning from the Madras Bar Council to the leading firms today. And your session on consumer rights in the digital space, it's entirely different or a new experience for me too. As an advocate, also I had many doubts about it. So was very not just informative but incredibly practical in an era where digital transactions have become the norm. Your expertise in navigating the complexities of the Consumer Protection Act and your insights into the evolving this legal framework surrounding, you mentioned about the dark patterns and digital redressal. It all gave us vital knowledge. Given your extensive background as a corporate lawyer and an academician from many colleges, you have been a professor at Sultan Qaboos University and UC College. You brought a unique teacher practitioner a perspective that made complex legal nuances easily digestible for us. And I appreciate your you're working on the social cause like Tree for Life. I would also like to thank the leadership of our institution for providing the platform to host such high quality academic dialogues. A special mention to the organizing team for their seamless coordination behind the scenes to ensure this virtual gathering was a success. Lastly, I thank all the participants for your presence and interactive session. We hope the insights shared today by Advocate Marian Paul ma'am will empower you to navigate the digital marketplace with greater awareness and confidence. Thank you all and have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you,
Dhanuja.
Thank
And
you.
I especially thank all our members who have joined: Shobha Rani from Bangalore, Harsha Merchant from Bombay, Susie from Kakinada, and all others. I think some have already left, but people had joined from many other places as well. I thank all AWC members who joined this webinar. we'll be having, just for your information, Marian, we have been having a series of webinars on different topics and different series. We are also now having a series on challenging careers for women. So the next webinar in that series is scheduled for 25th of this month. And a person who has retired from a very high position in aviation, she will be addressing us on careers in aviation. So I hope all of you will join. We'll be sharing the link very soon. And Marian, thank you so much for joining us, and hope you keep connected with the AIWC.
Absolutely.
We would avail of your expertise and experience in our work as well. Thank you so much. And
It's been a pleasure.
Kamini for helping me host this webinar. Thank you, GB, for joining. So
It's been an
I'll
absolute pleasure.
thank you so much. So we'll